So our detectives are actively looking into who this guy is, why this behavior started, and what the backstory is. There's a lot of unanswered questions.
After a man opened fire on cars on I-95 South yesterday morning, the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help in getting to the bottom of this bizarre and dangerous incident.
Lieutenant George Harrigan described what happened at a press conference yesterday.
Jacksonville Sheriff's Office and St. John's Sheriff's Office began to receive numerous 911 calls about a male in a vehicle on the interstate pointing a firearm at passing motorists, and it actually fired a few shots. Deputies got to the interstate as quickly as possible, were able to get behind that individual. A pursuit ensued somewhere just south of State Road 16 on I-95 southbound in St. Johns County. The individual operating the vehicle did crash.
The truck crashed into trees alongside the highway and came to rest upside down.
After the crash, Police K-9 did engage the suspect, and he was airlifted to a local trauma center.
Shots were fired, but it's still unclear what he was aiming at, if anything. Thankfully, no deputies were hurt, and the damage was fairly minimal, considering what could have happened.
There was a civilian vehicle that was involved in the crash. The parties that were in that vehicle were treated at the scene, evaluated, and released.
He did point the gun at deputies, but they're not sure if he fired at them. He's in big trouble.
He'll definitely be facing charges in St. Johns County, and we're in collaboration with JSO to see if they have charges where it started at.
The subject, 62-year-old Samuel O'Neill Gardner, remains at a trauma center in unknown condition. Detectives are conducting a follow-up to determine what led up to this incident, and they're asking for the public's help. If you have any videos or pictures of this incident, or if you were a witness to it, email crimetips@sjso.org. We've also posted a link on our Facebook page to the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office Evidence Submission Portal. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. The St. Johns County Commission is meeting this morning.
There is a full agenda for today's meeting. St. Johns County Public Affairs Director Wayne Larson.
There'll be our annual ranking of potential properties for our Land Acquisition and Management Program, commonly referred to as LAMP, which is a program that finds properties to put into land conservation.
The 5 properties being considered for conservation are Matanzas Estuary Buffer in the Shores neighborhood, Bishop Estates Road, Pellicer Creek by US 1 South, Hawkins Island, and County Road 13 North, owned by the Piccolata Forest Group. And there's more to discuss.
Another item on the agenda will be the continued conversation through a public hearing, which is the second reading of adjustments to address the use of placement of pavers and non-structured flat work on properties. And so there'll be a discussion of that and what that looks like in terms of the land development code.
In addition, there will be the request to rezone approximately 2 acres of land located at 3229 State Road 20 from residential single family to planned unit development to allow for neighborhood commercial uses. The Planning and Zoning Agency heard this item and voted 5-1 in favor of recommending approval. The dissenting vote was based on concerns about the intensity of the commercial development compared to the current use as a single-family residence. The meeting begins at 9 a.m. this morning in the County Auditorium on San Sebastian View. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
The search continues for a new county attorney.
The job's been open nearly a year, and St. Johns County Commissioner Ann Taylor says they've decided to create a search committee tasked with finding a permanent county attorney.
It's myself, Commissioner Clay Murphy, and somebody else from HR. So we do have a committee, and we're going through the resumes, and then the first public meeting is going to be Wednesday. We're going to go forward with 5 candidates. So we really just want to get to talk to the 5 people and then, narrow it down from there. And then I think eventually we'll have 3, and then we'll bring those 3 candidates before the board and have the entire board interview.
And in other news, the city of St. Augustine is accepting applications for its upcoming Citizens Academy. Over 6 sessions, participants will learn about city services, safety and security, utilities and public works, as well as planning, building, and development. Applicants must be at least 18 years of age and live or own a business within the city. If you're interested, you have until Sunday to apply. For details, go to citystaug.com. I'm Daryl Moody reporting.
And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's Local Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.